All right. Hello, everybody. It's a nice Friday, May 15th. Let's play some Minecraft. It's been a while since I've got on, so I'm gonna make a whole new world and talk about some things. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Right now, what I've been thinking about, let me turn this noise up a little bit. There we go. Have about like a week until I graduate high school. And man, if I don't feel like unbearably disappointed about it all. I think that the stuff that I've told myself is important in my life for so long. You know, just getting through working a lot, making money. It's like getting myself set up, not having to worry about things like building up an investment portfolio. All of this stuff um helped or kind of encouraged me to feel okay about where I was everywhere else. It encouraged me to like kind of give up on these certain parts of my life. And one of those parts has been high school. So I've just been so busy. Like, what? I have my job. I get paid well. I do my college classes. I live in the real world, right? And that's what I tell myself. And I've ignored everything else. And I have like no friends in high school. And I'm like a senior. I'm graduating. I got nothing. Um Graduating, I don't have like anything to show for it. It feels like, at least. Um and I've just built up this world and this person who is just so devoid of any personality, any uniqueness, any self. I like, obviously there's a lot of self hatred there, and a lot of like, low self-confidence and all of that, but man, like, obviously people don't want to be around me. Obviously people aren't interested because I'm not me. I'm just this like walking like homunculus that is just a completely blank, boring slate. I think a big problem, or I don't know, something that I've always thought about and has been kind of a regular occurrence in my life has been, I notice that people are interested in me. They have a interest at first. They might approach me, they might try and talk to me. They might just like look at me a certain way. They might be more open to me than they would be to other people. And so I have this gift, this luxury of that opportunity, right? Um but usually within knowing this person, knowing any person, it's gone. They see me and they're like, "Oh, you're boring," or "Oh, you're uninteresting, you're fake." And then that's that. So many experiences I've had where I talk to somebody and I feel like it's going well. And then we just never talk again. There's like this level of like closeness and friendship. I assume, I feel that's kind of building up. And then it's just over. And, there's like one little point where I might keep on reaching out for a little bit and I just see like, oh, like they don't care anymore. Because I didn't give them any reason to care at all. And I don't know, that's what's rough. And holy, 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 holy my fault. So, I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what people say to do is just to be real and be yourself and be open. But I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I ever did know how to do that. Um, because I've always kind of been living, coasting off of somebody else or something else or the easy road, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's very sad thing. So I think about that and I go through these things in my head and then I draw them back to uh-huh. I draw them back to the fact that I'm graduating. That this part of my life is gonna be over. The high school part. The part that I have been so adverse to, so scared of. Um and it just feels like I've done nothing with it. I mean, like by every account, by every metric you can look at, um, I've done a lot, right? Like I've accomplished all of these educational things. I'm like at a point in my life where I'm probably ahead of a lot of other people. I mean, again, by certain metrics, but man, I don't feel like I am. I don't, I think I've lived this life of, stripping myself of every single bit of personality and self for so long that I don't know what I am. And that is the only thing that's important to me. And that is my greatest failure. I don't know what I want to do. And I don't know who I want to be. And I don't know why I am how I am and why I like the things that I like. And I just feel like so unhuman. And it's rough. Anyway, um, all that to say that I guess I hope I can do better in the next go round. And I don't mean like the next life. I just mean the next chapter in my life. Um, I mean it's effort, I guess. I feel like I have to create a life from scratch when other people already have so much to work with. So many building blocks and like bases and I don't know, man. I I got my yearbook today. And that's what's prompting a lot of this thought because what week left until I graduate? I just got my senior yearbook. And every single thing of me that's in there is again, it's so boring, so plain. So like lacking of personality and I see these other people and I see a photo and a smile on their face and I just like they are I can look at them and I can be like, this is a human. This is a person with a soul and that I want to be around and who, solicits interest in me. And I really feel like I'm not that. I feel like I'm not a person. Or I guess more so, I feel like I'm not human in that regard. In the humanness regard. I live this pretty sterile life. It's like, whatever. And people say, like, oh yeah, you're, like, not, a talkative guy, You're pretty closed off, And they talk about that, like, oh, it's just part of my personality. But it's just the fact that it feels like every single time I do open up and be talkative that it's, like, unreciprocated and shut down. It feels like the people who are initially interested in me, right? I open up and I talk to them, and I actually am myself. And then it makes them no longer interested in me. So there's, like, the dissonance there between the person who I come off to be and the person that I actually am that leads to people losing interest and leaving me. One thing that I'm really sad about, that's really stupid. So there's this girl, and then, there's always a girl, right? And I think girls are easy. Not in the sense that, they're easy, but because they're incredibly difficult it's like to make any connection with anybody. But I mean, they're an easy problem to have. Like, everybody has it. Everybody can talk about it. Everybody can think about it. I mean, romance, right? But man, she is probably the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. And she used to be interested in me. And I played this game waiting for her to make the first move. Even though I kind of knew that she was interested. Because I don't have a spine, right? I'm like this, like, slime of a man who adapts and who shifts himself for any given situation. And I mean, I don't have a personality. I don't have a spine. I'm gonna sleep here. And I see this girl, and she is absolutely everything that I want to be. And not only is she, like, genuinely stunning, she's also, like, this real person who's into cool things, who inspires me to do more with my life. And man, I always told myself, like, oh, I'll talk to her at some point. And now there's a week left. And I mean, she's a lot like me, right? Like, I feel kind of bad about it. I feel like a weirdo. Probably because I am. But I've tried to find her anywhere. Like Instagram, I've tried to find her even on, like, Pinterest, like, I mean, all I have to go off of is her name, right? And I just, like, I cannot. She's completely invisible. The only ever times I get to see her are tiny glimpses in class, and we're not in any classes together. And she doesn't talk to anybody, and neither do I. And, like, what do you do? You know, I feel like maybe if I had some, like, pre-established, like, social capital or friends or, like, a similar circle or something, it'd be so much easier. But it's genuinely, like, from 0%. From nothing. Having to muster up, you know, being able to talk to her. And I've never been able to achieve it, and I think at this point, it's kind of over. I'm never gonna see her again. And it just hurts so much because, again, I really think I had a chance at one point. And it's completely my fault. It's wild that we have another village here. Completely my fault that, you know, I didn't get it. And I guess you can say, like, that's life, right? But my life is made up of nothing. And I really want something, and when I see the chance for it, and I throw it away, man, it just hurts a lot. So, you know, that's how it is, I guess. I think another part of all of this is that because I have so little kind of connection with the world, I guess, like interaction with it, you know, I don't have really any friends. I don't really talk to anybody. I don't really do anything. I'm not really anybody. Um, every single time I have an opportunity to, feels like 100% of my life. It feels like everything. And to the other person, it's completely insignificant. It's this tiny little 1% nothing. And so it always hurts me to see people out there day after day doing this and doing that and living their lives and not being present with me. But I guess I don't give them any reason to. I mean, again, I don't, like, give anything out into the world. And that's the effort, and that's, you know, what I need to try and just to do these things. And I mean, first I need to figure out what I want, right? And then I need to follow through with it. But again, it's just such, like, a labyrinth, man. Like, I have no clue where to start with this shit. But, you know, it's how it is. It's how it is. And sometimes you just gotta ram on, I guess. I hope that, you know, I can have some semblance of a fresh start after all this. But man, it's like if I did one thing differently, if I was more myself, if I wasn't so scared of the world, I could have had something. And I'm really, I want anything. I'm fine. Anything. Anything. Anyway, uh, I kind of like where we're at here. Got some good gear. Good way to start a world. 2 villages back to back. I mean, pretty awesome. Nice little community to be in. So I think I'm gonna get off about here. Yeah. All right. Well, see ya.